Hello friend, this is Sopnil and welcome to Learn SCP ABAP. So in this session, we are going to see how to create fallback class and use in a kernel body in SAP ABAP. Okay. So I have already posted one video on kernel body in which we have seen how to create kernel body and use in a program. Okay. If you still didn't watch that video, then you may click on I icon above or you may also find the link in the description. So I will request you please watch that video because today's video is the second part of our first videos. Okay. So what is a fallback class? So in the last video we have seen difference between the kernel body and classical body. That is, in kernel body fallback class is present, which avoid program for dumping if there is no any active implementation found. But in a classical body fallback class is not present, which lead program for dumping if no any active implementation found. Okay, so today I will show you how can we avoid a dump in case of no any active implementation found with the help of a fallback class. Okay, so let's go to the SAP system and we will see this thing practically. But wait, if you are the first time on my channel or you still didn't subscribe to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of upcoming videos. Okay, so stay tuned in the end and keep watching Learn SAP app.
Today we are going to see the example of the fallback class in kernel body. Okay, so I had already posted one video regarding to the kernel body, how to create the kernel body and how to call in a program. Okay, so this is the same program, and we'll give you the overview of this program once again, in which program I have just defined the three parameter: first name operator and the last first name first number operator and the second number. Okay, and the calculation logic we have implemented inside the kernel body. Okay, and here we have called this kernel body, and we are just displaying the output. Let me execute once again. This is, let's suppose, into 3 into 6. So this is printing our output of 3 into 6, that 18. Okay, 3 6 are 18. Okay, and the logic we have already implemented inside the kernel body implementation part. Okay, so if you still didn't watch that video, then you may find the link in the description. So I think so this is the second part of the video. Okay, so in that video we didn't use any class fallback class. So we are going to modify the same program. Okay, so as we have already discussed, in a kernel body we have a fallback class, but in a classical body we don't have a fallback class. But if whenever we have a fallback class in a kernel body, so it's avoid a program for dumping in case of there is no any active implementation found. But in case of the classical body, it's lead the program for dumping if there is no any activity, if there is no any active implementation found. Okay, so we'll tell you, I will open that. We'll go to the AC 19. Let me open the screen. Okay, so this is our AC 20. Sorry, enhancement font. So I will open the enhancement font which we have created in our last video of kernel body. Okay, so uh, okay, so this is a enhancement font and implementation and the definition we have already seen in our last video. Okay, so here we have implementation. So now what I will do, we'll show you one example. Let's suppose this is our body implementation. Okay, so this is the body, and as you can see, this body is currently active. Okay, so let me just inactive this body. Okay, let me inactive body. Okay, I have just inactivated and just click check and save. Check and activate. Okay, okay, so now as you can see, the implementation is not active for this particular kernel body. Okay, and I will go to the definition, body definition also. And in a body definition, as you can see, we don't have any fallback class present. Okay, here. So now I will execute our program, and we will see what will happen. So let me go to the program. So this is our program. Okay, so earlier we have okay, so earlier we have seen, like, it was showing us the output. Okay, so now I will execute this. Okay, so we'll give the first number as a 5, then operator into 3. Okay, so now if I will execute, so now as you can see, it's throwing a dump. Okay, why? Because the in kernel, as we have already discussed, in kernel body the fallback class is used, but in this kernel by particular class we didn't use any fallback class, and our implementation is also inactive. Okay, so that is the reason it is throwing the dump. Okay, so as you can see, this is also inactive, so that is an it's a throwing dump. Okay, so now, so there are two way to, like, avoid this dump in a kernel body. Okay, okay, so we'll open our program kernel body. Okay, so there are two way to avoid the dump in case of we don't have any yeah, body implementation. Okay, so what I will do, I will just use the try and catch here. First thing is the try and catch. So look at try, and I will write the catch, and we need to handle the exception. Okay, inside it here I will write catch, catch, and try. Okay, and we have to just call the exception as the cx underscore body underscore not implemented. Okay, we have done like we have just got the exception. Okay, if in case of no there is no any active implementation found, so it will just call the exception. Okay, so okay, and what I will do, we got the exception here, and what I will do here, I will write if lv result is initial. Okay, if initial, then what, I will just display one message, right? Body implementation inactive or not found. Okay, or else I will just write this inside this. Okay, we'll explain you once again what I have done. Okay, so I will just use the try and catch. Okay, so as I already told you, like there are two different way to to avoid this dump, a try and catch, and second is a fallback class. Okay, so first, yeah, just call this body inside the try and catch. Okay, inside this try and catch. Okay, and here if the try and catch, let's suppose we don't have implementation, right? So but okay, so that is the reason we are not we will not get any output from the result, right? So that is the reason we are just writing here the body implementation is active or not found. Okay, else we are printing the result. Okay, now I will just activate. Now I will just execute the program once again. I will just 5 into 6, and if I will click on the execute, so now as you can see body implementation inactive or not found. Okay, now it is not throwing any dump, but it is but it is showing at least the message as a body implementation inactive or not found. Okay, why? Because we have just written this particular set of code inside this try and catch block. Okay, so we are catching the exception as a cx body not implemented. Okay, so this is the first way. Okay, so now I will again just let me just activate this body and will show you the output once again. Okay, check and activate. Okay, now I'm going to run the program once again. So this is our program. When the the body implementation part was inactive, that time as you we have seen, like it was showing, it was displaying this message, right? But now if I will execute, let's say 5 into 4, 5 into 4 or 5 into 5. Okay, now if I will execute, so now as you can see it is giving the proper output. Why? Because now the body implementation is active inside this body, inside the kernel body, inside the body definition, correct? Okay, so now there is another thing. This is the first way. Okay, in the first way, so we can avoid the dump. Okay, by using this try and catch block. Okay, and the second thing is we are going to get the fallback class. Okay, fallback class. Okay, so for that I will go to the body once again. So this is the enhancement spot, right? So now I will go to the body definition. As you can see the fallback class, I will go to the change mode and we'll click on the fallback class. Okay, and here I will write the test underscore fallback class. Okay, z test underscore fallback class. Okay, I will double click on it and you can see the class says does not exist. You want to create it, just click on the yes. Now callback class is implemented example 0. Yes, click on the yes. Yes. Okay, so now as you can see, when I had double click on it, it will automatically, it has created a class in AC24. Okay, and as you can see, it is also we can also see the interface method. Okay, so now you will, if now I will show you about this interface method also. This interface method we have already declared inside the body definition. Okay, let me show you once again. Let me go back. Okay, so it will automatically inherit the interface method. Okay, so here, and if I go to the implementation of the body. Okay, in the last video we have already seen this, how we have created this interface and call this method. Okay, so as you can see, and here I will click on the implementation class. This is the implementation, and if you can see, this is the interface, and inside this interface class we have this method, right? Word continuation. As you can see, this is a class Z class test kernel body, and this is the method, right? This is method. Okay, so this is body, this is the class, and this is the interface method. Okay, inside this body implementation. Okay, okay. So implementation. Let me go to the body definition here. Double click on fallback class. Okay, so whenever we will just click create the fallback class, so it will inherit the interface method. So as you can see here, so now here we have to just write the we are going to write the logic, but inside you can see there is no any logic. So what I will do, I will just copy the code from there. Copy the code from there. Okay, uh, okay, implementation, and double click. Go to this implementing class once again. Double class, and inside this method I will just copy this logic from here. Okay, so calculation logic, and we will paste in. Okay, and go to the body definition. Body definition, and double click on fallback class, and inside this fallback class, as you can see, this is a fallback class, there is no any implementation. So I'm going to just print here the code. Okay, whatever we have copy, and here I will okay, and check and activate. So here I will write one write statement as a fallback class trigger. Okay, okay, so whenever we here we can see this, that mean we are executing code inside the fallback class. Okay, go back, and the body, now I will go to the body implementation, and so inside implementation also I will write one write statement here. Okay, so implementing class, and double click on the method. So here I will write statement as a write body implementation call. Okay, so that you can easily so that you can easily identify so whether it's whether the fallback class is triggered or whether the body implementation is triggered. Okay, so we'll go back. Okay, so now we are almost done. Okay, so now I'm going to run the program. Okay, okay, so now as you can see here, double click on the implementation. Now still our implementation is active. Okay, so this is, you can see, active, but I'm going to just okay. So this is the first thing, right? So now I will what I will do, I will just remove this try and catch. Okay, just remove this try and catch inside the body also. Okay, so now, okay, so now we have a fallback class, right? So now what I will do, I will just execute. So now it will not give any dump because the body is still active. Okay, so we write 3 into 5, sorry, 5 into 5. Okay, 5 5 is a 25. But as you can see here, the word statement body implementation is called, means it trigger the logic inside the body implementation part. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go inside this implementation. Okay, so now I will uncheck this implementation in, okay, active. That means it will inactive now. Okay, now this body is inactive. Okay, so now let me program once again, execute. Okay, okay, so now it should give us a, dump, right? But let's see, now if I will execute, so it's not giving any dump, but it is showing the message as a fallback class trigger. Because why? Because we have the fallback class mentioned over here. Okay, so now if I will go to this enhancement, so here as you can see, sorry, let me go back, definition. Okay, so as you can see here, fallback class is call fallback class if no, we have ticked this fall callback class if no implementation is executed. Okay, so what does it mean? Like whenever we execute this particular kernel body, first it will check its implementation is active or not, or whether we have implemented the body or the body implementation is active or not. If it is not active or implemented, then it will just call this fallback class, and whatever code we have inside this fallback class, it will just trigger it will just execute that particular piece of code. Okay, okay, and in case, let's suppose we have this we have implemented the body, and in the body implementation option is also, or tick mark means body is active. For that case, it will execute the code whatever we have inside this body implementation. Okay, so this is the way we use the fallback class in kernel body. Okay, let me show you the output once again at the last. Okay, so now as you can see, okay, so now body is so now as you can see, the body is inactive. Okay, so what I will do, I will just once again I will run the program. Okay, I will use the 3 and 2 3 5s. Okay, so it is giving the output from the fallback class trigger. See the body implementation. Okay, so what does it mean? As you can see, fallback class trigger, and we are getting this output from the fallback class. Why? Because the body implementation is inactive, so that is the reason it triggered the fallback class, and we are getting this output from the fallback class. Okay, so now let me activate this body. Okay, let me activate this body. Okay, and okay, okay, I have just activated this body, and I will execute program once again. I will 3 into 5 3 5s. If I will click on execute, so now as you can see, the difference the body implementation call means it found the body implementation part, and it is executing the code whatever we have written inside the body implementation, and we are getting this output. Okay, so this is the way you can use you can use this fallback class. The fallback class basically we use in order to avoid the dump in case of kernel body implementation is inactive or not implemented. Okay, okay, so fallback class. Okay, so that's it, friend. If you have any doubt, then please write me in the comment section.
If you like this video, then press the like button below. If you have any doubt, then write me in the comment section below. If you want to learn more about ABAP, then visit to my website www.learnasapapp.com. The link is also given in the description. And please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification about my next upcoming videos. Okay, so friends, bye, signing out.